Okay guys, the London session model for index futures. London session kill zone is 2 to 5 a.m. We're going to focus on the silver bullet, which is between 3 and 4 a.m. This is where we look for either manipulation at 3 a.m. or distribution at 3 a.m. When trading the London session, I use the M3, M5 and or M15 chart for execution, never below the M3. Just in my experience, it's not as clean, okay? In the London session, I'm looking for one of two things. Previous day high or low stop run, previous session high or low stop run, okay? 3 a.m. is going to act the same way as 9:30 a.m. It's either going to be manipulation or distribution, right? The reference for whether it will be distribution or manipulation is going to be that previous day high or low stop run. So if we run the stops prior to 3 a.m., okay, and give some kind of CSD, then it's going to be distribution 3 a.m. If we haven't, then 3 a.m. is going to be the manipulation. Okay, this is sort of a checklist for the 3 a.m. We want to see SMT divergence between the index futures triad. We want to see relative equal highs or lows as a draw on liquidity. We want to use the midnight opening price. So if we're bullish, we want to see a run below the previous session or day low, and we want that to be below the opening price at midnight. If bearish, we want to see a run above a previous day high or session high, with that run being above the opening price at midnight. Okay, so let's look at an example of 3 a.m. distribution. So you can see here, we go below the previous day's low here, okay? It's also below the midnight open, okay? It does this prior to 3 a.m., okay? We then have SMT with the Dow. So you can see lower low on NQ, higher low on the Dow, okay? Then we want to see an obvious draw on liquidity, relative equal highs here and here. This would be the draw for our London session scalp. On the 15-minute, you could use this as a change in the state of delivery order block, but doesn't really offer that much. You'd have to hold through New York, right? But let's look at it on a lower time frame. Now, we've gone below that previous day's low. There's SMT. Everything is in play. And then we get a small change in the state of delivery right there with the close above the IFVG here, right? And then it trades back down right there, and that could be a long, okay? Prior, just before 3 a.m., because we've had that manipulation before, so we're anticipating distribution to occur at 3 a.m. Okay, here is a 3-minute chart, and here's that IFVG there, right? So we could be long from this candle here, targeting the equal highs. Really nice big move, stop below the candle that makes the FVG. Okay, here is an example, or here's a bearish example, but with a session high, right? So we have a discount low, premium high, okay, new week opening gap. Okay, we run above Asian session high prior to 3 a.m. Then we get a close below this candle here. What do we anticipate for 3 a.m.? Straight distribution, and it's above the opening price, that run, right? Relative equal lows here with the failure swings. Remember, low resistance and high resistance liquidity runs. We then have these down close candles that get closed below. 3 a.m. trades back up into the down close candles. We could go short there and target the new week opening gap and the relative equal lows. Okay, let's look at when 3 a.m. is manipulation. So here's an example. This is the previous day's low. We have buy side liquidity. The low that's obviously connected to this high, this is our range, okay? Midnight opening price, okay? Do we take the low when it's 3 a.m.? No, so we anticipate manipulation to occur with the previous day's low. Now we don't actually take it, but that's fine. There's SMT with the previous day's low. Here is YM making a lower low, higher high, okay, on NASDAQ. We then run out a short-term low as we create that SMT. We then close above the collection of down close candles here, right? And then it goes bullish. Now, in this example, there's not really an entry, right? So sometimes there won't be an entry, and I included this example on purpose so you guys can see, right? You don't rush in and just start longing, right? You wait for your confirmations. And that is the London session model. It's a very easy framework to work with, right? Do not overcomplicate these charts. They aren't complicated, okay? When you see this form, okay, relative to LTP, ITP, this would be your STP for London and your STP checklist for London. And when you have this, then London session is also extremely high probability.